What's poppin', guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's like 3 months in, but happy New Year's to everybody. I pray that this new year has started out on the right track for you. So far, things have been amazing for me. Here's some of the things that I've been up to.
Happy birthday, dear baby. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, baby. So the way God deals with me, he kind of leave me like these little quotes and stuff. So coming out of 2022, going into 2023, he put on my spirit harvest time 2023. And it wasn't too far-fetched because my husband and I, we were kind of scratching our heads because it's like we've been sowing for quite some time now. Like, where is the harvest, And for him to say that coming into this year, it's like, okay, we're on the right track. But we also know when we speak harvest, we know the enemy is lurking somewhere around. So, we just pray that God continuously keep us guarded on everything. With that being said, the topic of discussion today is, I can deal with the haters afar off, but what about the ones that's nearby? Stay tuned. So I've been dealing with some things for maybe a couple of weeks now, and I will kind of wrestle with them, trying to allow God to lead me into where he wanted me to be in the situation. I say that because, as I stated before, I can deal with the hate that's afar off, the haters that's, distance from me. That distance create that line. But how do you deal with it with people that's close to you? For an example, I seen an acquaintance. I seen her at a function. Now, this is somebody that I have to deal with from a distance because where I am spiritually and where she is kind of oil and water. And, we're on two different paths. But I love her. Got great amount of respect for her. Got great love for her. But we can't mix. We don't mix. So I seen her, and the first thing I did, we made eye contact. So it's like, okay, I'm going to, go up and acknowledge her, hug her. Hey, how you been? Been good. And she asked us to pray for her brother. So I'm like, okay, that's no problem. And, proceeded to make my way into the function, just going around saying hello to everybody and stuff like that. So with that being said, by us handling each other the way we handle each other, like, there is no issue or no problem. It's just that, it's kind of you on your side of the fence, I'm on mine. And this is how we get along. This is where it's peace. This is where there's no confusion or no, ruckus or animosity or nothing. Like, we get along like this. And that's fine. So I said, okay, well, I felt the love. I really felt the love. When I embraced her, she embraced me. I really felt the love. So it's like, okay, I'm doing something right. Like, I felt that my growth in God is truly growing because, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, that couldn't have happened. That couldn't have happened. We would have probably walked right past each other. But just the growth in God, he allowed it to happen. So I was very excited about it. For one, just embracing her with godly love, and it's really genuine love. Happy to see her. Happy to see that she's doing good, and vice versa. But what made me kind of feel a type of way is because maybe a couple of days later, I seen somebody that I considered a friend, true friend. I seen somebody, and when I went to embrace, it's like the love wasn't there. And it's like, huh? Like, how can that be possible? Like, you say you got love for me, and I know I got love for you, no question. Because there's plenty of times where I displayed my love. There's plenty of countless nights calling on the phone, talking about X, Y, and Z, life, family, relationships, you know, extending a hand. So it's plenty of love on my end. And when I say I love, I love. It ain't no getting around that. I feel I'm loyal to a fault, you know, to people that say that they got love for me. But when this situation displayed itself, it's like, whoa. And I asked myself, I said, I felt more embraced by somebody that know that there's a distance between us and this is the way we get along. I wouldn't say we're enemies. I don't say that we hate each other, but there's a fine line that we respect. There's somebody that know that there's a line there and still embrace me with love, as opposed to somebody that I felt that automatically felt love for me. I didn't feel the love. And I was kind of scratching my head like, dang. I said, God, you showed me how to deal with people and love people from afar. And it's really true love. It's really true love. But what about the ones that's kind of around you, but not showing that genuine love? How do you deal with I don't want to say the fake love. How do you deal with that? And these people are around you and they don't know that I know, but I know. You know, that's one thing God gave me, the discernment spirit. Like, I see that. I'm like, wow, are they being are they blatantly doing that? Or is it that they don't even realize that they're doing it? And I gotta give a shout out to Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith, I love her to death, and I'm gonna leave her information in the link. She is a true woman of God, and make sure, guys, when you get a chance, go check her out, go subscribe to her channel, and go show her some love. She came to our church last Sunday, and she tore it up. She made a statement stating that it was a neighbor that stayed next door from her, and he just caused so much ruckus, hated her for nothing, hated her and her mom and them for nothing, hated them for nothing. Dr. Smith, she said her mom said, just pray about it, you know? And Dr. Smith said she prayed about it and prayed, you know? And saying, hold on, is the prayer working now? Because I'm praying about it and it seems like it's getting worse, you know? I'm praying about it, he's still tripping, he's still, you know, hateful for nothing. I guess as time went on, the prayer truly started to work. And she seen the prayer work through him. Because out of nowhere, she said on days where the grass needed cut, he would cut it without even asking them, did they need shoveling snow and doing all this stuff. And I remember her saying, don't pray for the problem, pray for the person. Because that person has a soul. So pray for him. And when she said that, to me, that connected what I have been going through for the last couple of weeks, because here I am, I'm trying to pray for the situation, Lord. Like you're giving me these situations and I'm spotting them out and I'm trying to pray for them. It's like, pray for the person. Pray for that person. And that just blew me away. That truly blew me away. And it reminded me of that scripture in Romans, it's 12:21. Be not overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. It makes so much sense, because if I were to be nasty as that person been to me, how is the problem being resolved? How is the problem, what the problem is going to do is escalate and go further and further and further, you know, and it's going to make it worse. So I feel that God allowed me to be the bigger person, to say, you know what, I see what you're doing, but I'm not going to feed into your negativity. What I'm going to do is pray for you wholeheartedly. And Dr. Smith also said something to make sure when you pray, pray wholeheartedly. And that's how I know my spiritual growth in God, because I can truly pray wholeheartedly for these people. Wholeheartedly. Because if you don't pray wholeheartedly, you can't pray for them at all. If you don't pray wholeheartedly, you can't truly pray for them at all. Because you're praying with malice and hate and all this in your heart. And it's hard. You can't pray like that. You can't pray like that. When I go before God, their names are on my lips. I don't even care about the situation. Yeah, that was jacked up. I see what they doing. I see how the enemy try to work through them. But I'm going to pray for them anyway. Sometimes it's hard, and I'm not going to say that it's always easy all the time. I would not say that, because I will be lying. But I do it because I know I will be rewarded for those deeds. I know my Father in heaven is looking for me to advance the kingdom. And I know when I do that, thou shalt heap coals of fire over their heads. Don't be scratching their head like, oh my God, I know I did her wrong. I know I said this, I know I said that. But she's still nice to me anyway. Whew. Whew. There is a God. There is a God in heaven that sits high and looks low. And I thank him for growth. I thank him for growth. Because before then, I would have been like, let me go handle it my way. Let me let them know what I know. Let me tell them about themselves. But what is that going to do? Create more confliction, create more problems. And I'm not even that's the thing about it. I'm not even a confrontational person. I hate confrontation. If we can't sit and talk about it like men and women and women and men, then I don't even want to deal with it. I pray about it and just leave it alone. So I pray that somebody somewhere over this world look at this and think before you react. Think before you react. Just pray about it. Just pray about it. And that was Dr. Smith's sermon on Sunday. Just pray about it. Literally, just pray about it. I pray that you guys enjoyed this topic of discussion. It truly felt good to let it off, because I truly been thinking about this for the last couple of weeks, and I truly felt that Dr. Smith came and kind of like sealed the deal on it. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna talk about on the next topic of discussion, because I felt that it was divine connection. It was all pieced together. And again, I pray that you guys take it. I pray that you share it. I pray that my actions will cause your actions to be thought out before you act. I know it's hard to be in the presence of people sometimes. Knowing when they don't care for you don't mean you're no good. Don't really like you for no reason. It's hard to do that. For me, I know, because I'm so genuine to the point where it's like, what did I do? You know, why, for what? For what? But there are people out there like that. So all you can do is pray for them. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a big fat like thumbs up. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See ya.